Sometimes we don't know where the road of life is going to lead us. For me, it led me to LaunchCode, a place where purpose and passion collides, a place where you have an opportunity. LaunchCode helped me launch a new career. It gave me that opportunity. So I want to give back. I want to be able to help a new generation of learners become developers by sharing all of my life lessons and all of my struggles and what it took for me to get to where I needed to be today. LaunchCode helped me do that. Now let's go on this journey together. I'll see you there. Okay, so now we've made it to chapter 8, and you have been introduced to quite a few concepts. Yes, we're going to keep going forward. Understand these few chapters that we're going over now. These are your foundational chapters. These are the chapters that I'll call planting the seeds. We're going to be planting seeds, and we're going to keep planting seeds with chapter 8. Now, up until this point, you have learned about string collections, string objects. You've learned about numbers and number objects, the primitive data types. You learned about expressions and what a Boolean expression is. You learned what a variable is and how we use variables and what they're for. We've gone over quite a few concepts, understanding what an operand is and what operators are, understanding what a string methods are. Now we're about to go into arrays where we're going to put things together. We're going to create a collection of things. This is what arrays are. Again, this is the introduction. We're going to go over what we're going to learn in this particular chapter. If you're just finding this video from wherever you're coming from, the curriculum link is in the description. You're welcome to follow along. It's free. It's a great resource. Now, let's get into the curriculum. Here, chapter 8. Arrays keep things in order. Learning objectives. Upon completion of this chapter, you should be able to do the following. Understand arrays, like strings or indexed collections. Like we're saying, understand arrays, like strings, or indexed collection. Keyword indexed. We're going to go over more of what indexing means. Create an array literal. We're going to do that. We're going to create an array of size n with array n. We're going to over what that means. That means unlimited, really. And we're going to be able to understand how to create arrays and how to update them. Create arrays that store multiple types of values. We're going to teach you the different values arrays can store. They can store more than just one value in JavaScript, and I'll explain later on. Create arrays that store other arrays, which we call multi-dimensional arrays. Here you're going to, this one you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to practice this. This takes some time to get your head wrapped around multi-dimensional arrays, but once you get it, it's going to be a great asset. Access elements within multi-dimensional arrays. Again, that's something you're going to have to get familiar with and play around with. It's going to be confusing in the beginning. Find the length of an array using .length, which is a property, although we say method here. It's a property. I don't want you to get confused by that. Index into an array using bracket notation. We learned a little bit about bracket notation, also dot notations, which are access modifiers. They're giving you access to whatever the object is, because remember, variables are objects once you assign some type of data to it. Set an element of an array using bracket notation assignment. We're going to learn that. Describe what it means for arrays to be mutable. Understand what happens when asking for an element at index at which no element exists. We planted that seed on that earlier when I was talking about the -1. We're going to really explain that in this particular chapter. We're going to use common array methods like concat, join, split, push, pop, shift, unshift, slice, reverse, sort, index up. You will use these a lot in your career. Convert character arrays to strings using .join, and convert strings to character arrays using .split. We're going to teach you the difference. You're going to learn what you can do with a string and how we can actually split it, because we know that strings are immutable far as the data type, but there's a way you can split it and break it down to individual characters so you can manipulate them. Now, key terminology. While reading this chapter, you will notice the following key terms listed by the page they first appear on. As you read, you should make note of the definitions of these terms. Arrays are like strings, array length, working with arrays, index, undefined, mutable, and here are all the methods we were talking about for arrays. Multi-dimensional arrays. We're going to go over all of these things. Okay, so we made it through the introduction. Now, we're about to hop into a new lesson. We're going to plant some more seeds into your mind, and we're going to start bringing this stuff together in chapter 9. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one.